Hey YouTube, this is Prometheus, guys, giving you more to the meta. So guys, I want to go ahead and share with you the defense that I think I'm going to be rolling with for quite a long time in Madden. It is going to be the nickel wide defense, and this is a defense that you can access in multiple different playbooks. Really, it's a 43 focused type defense, but it's something I'll be using online against my opponents, primarily because it's a defense that provides me the match type principles I want to use, but also gives me the ability to go ahead and have some backdoor, like a back pocket pressure that I can use against my opponent. One adjustment I will do is base align. Also option, I want to go and do conservative, strip ball conservative, and then tackle conservative. That's just my preferences. Now when I do set up my defense, once again it's a nickel wide, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use the cover 9 show 2 as one of my base quick audibles. I'm going to leave the Overstorm Brave. I'm going to go ahead and swap out one play, which is going to be palms, and the other one is going to be the cover 3 seam. Wasn't able to go ahead and set this up correctly, but he basically kind of quick snapped me. And in that type of situation, he just gets a nice little run right there. Then, huddles. I'm going to close up my line and try to go ahead and get myself guarded behind to tackle. He throws underneath, and I get a nice little knockout, and now I actually can set up the rest of my defense. So going into the cover 3 sky press, I want to swap that out for the cover 3 seam when I have that in my back pocket. And then the other thing I'm going to go ahead and swap out is going to be cover 4 palms. I don't use cover 4 quarters. Palms is my preferred play. And right here, I'm going to go ahead and stay in cover 6, slide my guys over, and I'm going to go and take this defensive line and actually shade them off to the side. So if he does run, it's going to make it a little bit harder from the run. And I'm just going to go ahead and run this defense and just see if anybody comes out. He throws basically down below, and my flat's over there to go and knock that out. So he tried to hit that ball, hit that a couple different times. He wasn't able to get it. And now he's in a 3rd and 5 situation. He goes into tight Y off weak. And this is where I think I jump into a cover 3. So I do jump into cover 3. I try to pull this guy down. And I click onto the wrong guy. That's one of the things about quick snapping. They can give you some trouble. So right here, I'm just trying to motion. It actually throws into defender. Actually knocked off his wide receiver, and he throws into my defender. So I knew this guy was a little bit of a gambler. Based on his reads, is not really making good decisions. So it's it is the weekend since the game dropped. So I'm assuming the people that don't really play Madden a lot, they're jumping online, they're playing. So this guy's obviously not good, and you're going to see what happens with this game. So it is 4th and 5 situation, and obviously a position of a noob, somebody that's not really good with the game. He punts the ball in the first possession. Typically that's, unless it's a long yardage and distance, he's midfield. He should not be punting in this type of situation. He essentially should be going ahead and basically going for it, because it's really, there's not a huge difference in yardage that he's going to get back. I end up scoring against him. I think I hit him with a quick touchdown play. He jumped into cover 2 zone shell. I was able to go ahead and hit him with a nice streak right up the middle of the field to get a touchdown. So he's a little bit frustrated. Now he goes into a heavier set. He's doing a close I-form set. So I just kind of rotate my guys over and just say, hey, if you want to run the ball up the middle, that's fine. I'm going to give that to you. I've got basically cover 6 where the strength of the formation is at. I've got that flat that's going to come down and play that. He goes into gun tight Y off, and this is where I'm going to jump into cover 3. I like to pull this guy down and take away the seam, then slide my guys over, and then I'm going to use hard flats. So I've got these guys right here in hard flats, and I'm slide this line over, so if he runs, it's gonna be a little bit harder. I got this guy down in a hard flat. I pull this guy down in the box, but I'm catching myself that smart players, they'll be able to go and hit this if I user this guy. So what I do now is I just switch over to this guy, and it's just, right now that's like kind of how I run my defense, and I have to play underneath. You can see right here, he doesn't really know where to go, and he actually goes and throws the ball right to my defender. So this guy's a gambler. He's actually throwing right to my defender in that type of situation. I don't know what play he was running. This definitely wasn't stick. So he basically tried to hit me with a crosser. Now he's going into the Y off close. So I'm going to stay with cover 6 as my base play. This is the same type of formation scheme I'm using. Then I go in and jump into cover 3. Now I go ahead and hit him with a blitz. So this is what's great about this wide formation is that you can get that mid blitz, which is the meta right now, and you can hit your opponent with pressure. So he's got, you know, basically wide receiver over here, wide receiver over here. He's got this guy and his threes over here. So I can hit him with this this mid blitz and get pressure in his face, and you can see he's not making decisions quick enough, and I actually get pressure in his face in that type of situation, get him in a 4th and 8. And I think he does go for it in this type of situation, 4th and 8. He knows this game's slipping away. So I stay with the cover 4, stay with the cover 6 probably. Just kind of waiting for his decision right here. So now what do I do in this situation? I think I just go with all coverage. I'm playing the sticks in this type of situation, and I get myself some nice block sheds, and this guy quits out. So this guy's a noob. He's not a good player. But what I like about this particular defense is that it's got a lot of flexibility. So I jump into another game. Once again, another Kansas City Chiefs player. It seems like everybody plays Kansas City. Going to go ahead and set this up. Once again, I'm going to base a line. Conservative. And then I'm going to go ahead and set up a defense. It's going to be the wide defense. Robber is going to be cover 9, show 2. Going to go ahead and put this guy, put in the cover 3 seam. And then Tampa 2 is going to be palms. And I'm going to come out of cover 6. So I'm able to go and set this up correctly. And right here, take a look at this. He's got 2 wide receivers over here, but he's got tight ends over here, and then he's got basically a running back. So this is where I'm going to jump into the cover 9. I've got a hard flat. I've got, you know, a zone right here. I've got my 3-rec hook. I've got a box defender for these guys to match up. What I do in this type of situation, because tight ends really just don't, it's not like they're going to burn me over the top. I'm going to go ahead and user this guy right here. So if he does try running, I can come down and play the box and take away that route. So I'm going to user the one safety. I'm going to slide my guys over too. I want to make it hard for him to go ahead and run against me. And I'm going to be looking for the seam, any kind of a route over the top. So you can see right here, I'm going to go ahead and play that. He makes some type of adjustment. And then he does some type of crossing play. He's got like a motion crossing play. And my guy just gets in there in the backfield and actually sacks him for a 5-yard gainer. So he no huddles out of frustration. Slide my guys over. You know, just slide them once again. I think adjust it into cover 9. And right here, I've got to protect the top. So with this coverage, I've got to protect the top. So I've got to play over the top. And this is my immediate threat. I've also got this guy going over the top of the field. So I've got to go ahead and check that. And it actually throws the ball right to me. I do not get any kind of animation. He gets a nice little break right there. But you could see he threw it right to my guy. I did not pick it off. But that's a risky play. That means that this guy's going to try to throw on my user, and I'm going to get some animations to get this guy to actually go and pick him off. So he goes ahead and nose huddles again into the same formation. I'm going to go ahead and play the same defense. This is the smart defense. Now he checks out of it, and basically I stay in the same defense because he's got a trip set. He's got basically these guys over here, and then he's got the running back. He might have some type of a corner route right here. So I'm going to stay in the same defense, but typically what I like to do is I like to go ahead and take this guy, put a flat out here, and maybe put this guy into a deep third when I've got a trips formation off to the right. So he actually jumps into this, and what I did is I jumped in the palms just to kind of catch him off guard. He has basically crossed over the middle field. He's just scrambling out there. And he actually lobs the ball up there. That could have gone ugly. And I think he crossed the line of scrimmage, and he actually takes a penalty for a illegal forward pass. So I go ahead and accept the loss of downs and actually get 3 yards against him too. So I'll take that as a penalty. Staying in cover 6 is my base play. Just, you know, the reason I do this is it gives me the ability to do cover 2, and I've got like a cover 2 match type coverage, or I can go ahead and do a hybrid coverage with that. So the previous play was definitely not stick that he was running. So I think right now he's just trying to figure out what he wants to do with this. But, you know, most important thing for me is just try to, you know, try to blend in some stuff. So I've got basically 3 wide receivers here in this type of situation. I've got 2 over on this side. So I think what I did is did I jump into cover 9 or just, okay, so I just pull my guys down. I actually go into basically cover 3 seam. I pull my guy over, then he motions his guy over, and then it's a quick motion back, so it is some type of a run play right there. I don't really mind that. I know he picked up 8 yards on that run, but or maybe more, but I don't necessarily mind that. I've got guys in run fits. It's not a huge deal for me. Now I bunch up my line against him, and right here he motions. I think he's trying to motion a guy over in this type of situation. And basically, I'm going ahead. He had a quick little out. That was a good read by him. That was a nice little dot. He had like an out, like an Ohio concept over there. So it was just a streak, and then he had like an out. So he might have made some type of an audible on that, but that was actually not that bad of a decision. I don't know if this is the play art that he actually had. Gun wide trio. Once again, he's got basically, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 wide receivers. So typically I like to do is I like to jump into palms. I'm going to put this guy into a deep third. I'm going to drop this guy into a flat, and then I'm just going to kind of use her over the middle of the field. So do we stay with cover 6? Motion guys over because I'm not really worried about the threat of the run. We do stay in cover 6, so we do have a soft squat and then a deep half over here, but I've got basically 5 defenders over there for the 4 receiver options. He tries running. You can see right here he just throws right in the middle of the field. He actually catches that ball. So he's going to come back to this play because this guy plays no huddle. I'm going to go and set up the same exact defense. Set this thing up. He goes into a run play. I get into a run fit, be able to stop it. No huddles again, I believe, in this type of situation. So I'm going to go ahead and run the same thing, but now my responsibility is to play in the middle of the field. I go ahead and show blitz. He goes into that run, and he actually throws right to my user right here. I'm able to go and pick him off and get myself a nice little interception against this guy. So this guy was forcing my user, and it's good when you have someone who does that, especially if you get the animation. So I do go up 7 to nothing against him. He goes into tight off, gun tight wide off. In that type of situation, I see tight wide off. I'm going to go into cover 3, and then I'm going to do hard flats. And what I like to do is I like to click onto this guy and pull him down, and then click onto this guy. But I just wasn't able to set that up quick enough. This guy was quick snapping the play, so he was playing a lot of like plays stock. So he would just quick snap. So I really couldn't. If I didn't get up to the defender, I would just stay underneath and just change up the shell a little bit. So gun trio halfback weak. Once again, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to do an aggressive blitz right here. So I've got the pressure coming in, and I've got, this is my primary concern. If he hits the flat, he hits the flat. I'm not really worried about that too much. I need to watch this guy, and I need to carry this guy. So I want to bring him down in the bring my safety down in the box, and then just go ahead and watch. The pressure comes in. The guy actually he took to the play action. If I would have pass committed, I probably would have got him for a big sack. But you can see the pressure comes in, and it's just catching him off guard. It's nice to have consistent pressure that you can jump into when you need it. That's why this wide formation is just a better formation to work with. So now I go ahead and jump into basically cover 9 over here. I got a cover 9. I got a vert hook, high safety, and then what I like to do is I like to layer this over here with this bunch formation, and then I'm just going to use anything that's going to come over the middle of the field. So that's kind of like how I'm going to run this defense. I want to shift this line over to, so it's a little bit harder to run the ball, and it kind of covers me up a little bit. And you can see he actually he's got this concept going out here. He's got this concept going out here. I've got a flat zone over here. So because of these drag routes, he actually throws into one of my defenders' king, he was an vert hook, and as a result, I actually get another interception. And that's basically it. This guy actually checks out. So, guys, I'm actually trying to build out a more extensive scheme out of this nickel wide. So I want to show that to you. I want to show you how this works. It's nice to have that backdoor blitz by actually pinching the line, bringing the guys down. I have kind of broken down in my Patreon how I actually run this, and I'm doing more extensive breakdowns in my spread playbook. I'm going to try to master that over the next month and then kind of jump into different formations from there. So once again, guys, thanks for your support. Until next time.